Hello. It has been so long since I made a video that I did not remember how to turn my software on. Seems like the kind of thing I would never forget. But there you go. It feels very awkward being back in front of the camera for just chit-chatting. It has been so long since I have done so. I have made this video so many times. But as much as I love my webcam, because the video quality is astounding, audio quality on it is troublesome. And I guess I need to get myself another little external mic to go with this whole setup so I can have good audio. But I've avoided using it and been trying to use my handy cam, my video camera. But I haven't been able to get video off of my camera and onto the computers, which is very, very frustrating because I have many tapes full of stuff that I'd rather not lose. I have tried multiple cords and multiple computers, and it does not want to acknowledge the software, and it's just not there. But I think that the powers that be maybe didn't really want me to post the videos that I had made. I think that I needed more time for some things to resolve themselves before I came back into the public eye. So I'm taking it as somebody knew better than I knew. Yeah. So I'm very tired today. I know I look depressed. My eyes look very sad and tired. But I'm just tired. I'm not particularly sad. I'm just tired. I've been having like super bad allergies. I know most people have this year. Really bad. Like, terrible, horrible. Can't leave the house because I'm like this. Achoo, 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 achoo. And I have to take such high doses of antihistamines to get it under control that then I'm all zombified. And do not even suggest Claritin or Zyrtex to me because neither one of those work. It's like taking placebos. Do not work. The only thing that works is good old Benadryl. Then it makes me all zombified and I get tired. So anyway, so that's me right now. Reasonably happy. And as usual, looking at myself in the cam and fretting with my hair. Typical. It will never end. Okay, so here's the short version of where I've been for the last, let's see, March, June, August, September, July, since back last spring. Okay, the short version of the story is that Falcon broke up with me back last spring. He had had his fill of arguing and all the bullshit nonsense that both of us bring to the table. It is not a one-person deal. But because of finances, we had to continue living together. It was extraordinarily awkward and very upsetting. And I had a bit of a little mental breakdown. I did not end up hospitalized, although I probably should have, but I dealt with it with medication and eventually a vitamin regimen that helped me more than anything. But it's been really hard. It's been very, very upsetting and very confusing because we continue to pretty much live as we always have, but yet him saying that we're not a couple and we have no relationship. And, hey, wash my socks and cook my food and snuggle up to me at night, but we do not have a relationship. It was very confusing and very effed up and stupid. But I figured, for whatever reason, he needed to have that, at least in his mind, have that separation, and I let him have it, and over time, things got better. A slow, steady improvement on things. It's been very, very heartbreaking for me, though. I don't feel like I'm over it, nor will I ever quite be over it. It was very damaging to me. But I thought I couldn't deal with being on camera. I just couldn't. I really didn't want to talk about what was going on with me. It was just too personal and too upsetting, heartbreaking. I thought, well, when things get resolved one way or the other, either he and I end up in separate homes and that's a good, clean, final cut, or if we get back together, then I will feel more prepared to come on here and talk in front of the entire world, or at least parts of it. And that has happened. My ring is back on my ring finger, although it does not mean engagement anymore. It's Just the ring that he gave me. It was a promise ring to begin with, and I guess it's a promise ring again, although I'm not sure what the promise is. I haven't asked him what the promise is. So, as of just a few days ago, we are officially, because he says that we are back together. Hoping it will last this time, and he won't use any little thing that I do wrong, or me not keeping the carpet vacuumed or whatever. I'm hoping he won't use that against me as a way, I'm going to break up with you again if you don't toe the line, because that's a bunch of BS, and I'm not putting up with that. I'd rather, I think, if we have to go through this again, I'd rather go live at the women's shelter and give my cats to the Humane Society or something. I can't go through it again. So, it's been tough, but right now everything's good. Good and improving slowly. So, hopefully that's all behind me. Let's see, I have mail. I've been working with the Humane Society as a volunteer, working at PetSmart, taking care of the cats and kittens that are up for adoption, making sure they're loved and their cages are clean and such. When people are interested, I help them come and look at cats and experience them and pick one that's right for them and help them through the adoption process and all of that. It's been very, very fulfilling. I've been off for a couple of weeks, though, because another group has had their cats in there. But as soon as the Fayetteville Animal Shelter gets theirs in again, I will once again be going down there probably every day. I became one of their star volunteers, because a lot of people go and do the training and stuff and then don't really have, once they figure that they can't just sit and play with the cats, they have to scoop the litter boxes and clean all the junk out of the cages, and all the kittens get the water all in their food somehow and just make an absolute wreck of things. Once they realize it's actual work and it's not just fun and games, then a lot of people drop out and never come back. I've been one of the few people that actually comes back. And I am proud of that, but it wears me out. At the end of the 2 weeks, I was ready for a 2-week break. It was really getting to my respiratory system. The little cat room is very, very poorly ventilated and very poorly air conditioned, and I wish I'd stopped worrying about my hair, but anyway. So I've been doing that. It's been very fulfilling. It's been real good for me. It gave me something to do every day, and the little cuties depended on me. They're sweet, and I fall in love with all of them, of course. Some of them more than others. Usually the adult cats are the ones that I actually fall for. They have such a well-developed souls by the time they're adults. The kittens are all this wonderful little fluffy, crazy fuzzballs, But actually adopted one to my mother, which is great, because now I can watch him grow up and actually see what kind of cat he's developing into. He's pretty cool. What else have I been doing? Little bits and dabs here and there. I'm not working for the Alzheimer's Association anymore. Well, I won't say. It's still a very good charity to support, but inner politics being what they are, things got uncomfortable. So, not doing that. I don't know. I've just been trying to be more social and meet some new people. I went to a pagan picnic, which is fun. Obviously, they do these fairly often, so I'm sure I'll be going to the ones in the future. Meet some people that are a little more esoteric and not so mainstream. I love my mainstream people, but I'm not very mainstream, and I need to be surrounded by more quirky, non-traditional people. Let's just say that. People who understand me and support my own religious beliefs a little bit. And I know that there's other stuff. There's other stuff that I talked about in the previous videos that I made and couldn't publish. But that's enough for now, I suppose. I will try to be back and do this more often. Oh, I was going to say also, with the Hopefully Cinema, one of the last, I think probably the last video I made of me sitting and talking, I was very hyper. I was very manic. I do not have bipolar. I am not manic depressive at all. But after the big breakup and my mental slip, I put myself in sort of a manic phase because it was the only way I could cope with life. And I thought that doing obviously cinema again would make my life hunky-dory and everything all right. And it was fun for a while, but it helped to contribute to my just not being able to handle life. And it was a lot of work, and the shiny happy wore off, and then I was just sad and despondent. And I couldn't do cinema being sad and despondent, and I realized I needed to be not spending my weekends at home. I needed to be trying to get out and have friends and do things and live a little, and doing cinema every weekend was cramping my style. So hopefully I will revive it and maybe do it once a month instead of every weekend. Do it once a month, and especially in the winter time. I don't really have a lot going on, I'm sure, so hopefully that will start up again. But I hope you will all forgive me for starting it and then stopping it. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. You have no idea. You can't understand. Unless, of course, if you've been through a divorce, love somebody very much and have them divorce you. Well, I guess live with somebody that you love very much and have them completely reject you. It's pretty devastating. So please forgive me for starting something fun and then ending it, but it wasn't being fun for me. So, okay, I guess that's all. Bye, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Mwah.